Bolt, Harvey and Chinese. Not only is there interest in the great man, but also plenty of crowd support for the Chinese record holder, Zhu Bingtian, just next to Bolt in lane 6. So let's go through this lineup. This is Julian Maurice, who's the co-holder of the German record at 10.05, 27-year-old German champion at 100 and 200 meters. Christophe Lemaitre, the European double champion in 2012, 2 silvers in 2014, 9.92, his best at the 100 meters. More than 2 of these finalists, semi-finalists have broken 10 seconds. Diminutive figure, but a real new powerhouse, a great new talent. Trayvon Brunel from the United States, 20 years of age. Second in the American Collegiate this year. He's studying at Baylor University. And then this man, who was the sensation of the American Collegiate Championships, Andre de Grasse of Canada. Not only that 9.95 personal best, but also a wind-assisted 9.75 for the Canadian and Pan American Games champion. Another 20-year-old. Then we have Su Yangtan of China, twice the Asian champion, roared on by a huge crowd here in the Bird's Nest Stadium in Beijing. Su has run 9.99. And then the great man himself, Usain Bolt, seeking to add to his wonderful record in sprints over the last decade. And proud to represent the great Canadian sprinting nation of Jamaica. Lane 8, we have a former Jamaican. It's Jack Ali Harvey, now Turkish, and he set a Turkish record this year at 10.03. And finally, the co-holder of the South African record at 9.97, Enecho Brutius. That is the lineup. Just 2 men short of taking their place in the final. And Usain Bolt goes in this race in lane 7. Oh, we saw some wonderful sprinting in the heats yesterday. Conditions not quite as ideal, but it's still pretty good. It's a nice evening, 20+ degrees Celsius, and it's really getting serious now. Fast times yesterday, but this is where it really starts to count. This to see who will take place in the final. Bruce, Lemaitre, Brunel, de Grasse, Su, Bolt, Harvey, Brutius. Semi-final number 1. Men's 100-meter hurdles of these 2015 World Championships. How well she got away. Not bad, all in the stumble there at the start, and soon China is ahead. Bright's got a lot of work to do to come through here. Or there's going to be a sensation. But just look at him come through when it mattered. He has done it. He's accompanied into the final by de Grasse of Canada, but the stumble early on almost cost him dear, but never right off this man. That surge of power in mid-race, and the way he came through just to make it in time means that we will see him in the final. But he's going to have to run better than that. It's 9.96, time shared by de Grasse, and those 2 are the men who are going to make sure of going through to the final.
That was very, very tight indeed. For about 20 metres during that race early on, it looked as though Usain Bolt would have to try and wait to see if he went through as a fastest loser. Massive roar from the crowd because Bingtian Xiu has just produced the national record in 9.99. But that stumble right at the beginning, 3rd from left, there's the stumble. And look at how much ground he has to make up. Bolt is under immediate pressure there. And it wasn't until the last 2 or 3 metres that he was guaranteed a passage through to the final. That was very, very tight, and he will be concentrating even harder when he comes back. That would have been awful if he hadn't even made the final. That was very, very close.
Well, let's hope that that's the only problem he has, and it's out the way today. De Grasse, though, ran well. I think Usain tried to make it look easy by looking across to pretend that he was easy down, but he really wasn't. He had to work all the way to the line to get this one. He was coming hard, there's no question about that. But it was awfully close, it really was. Just on the line there, and there was 4 athletes going across it together, look at that.
If that had been anyone else, their race would have been over.
Without any question. Well, what a wonderful performance from Sue. He got the national record there, 9.99. I love it here. Well, that would have been a massive disappointment, not only for Usain Bolt, but the whole crowd, perhaps the whole of the champions, really, if he didn't get through. Let's watch again. 1 or 2 strides there, he gets into him, but then all of a sudden, he just seems to slip. And only a man of his caliber can recover from that. He gets himself up again. This is it. This is Usain Bolt working hard. You very rarely see this, but he had to do it to get back. He knew that at this stage, I think, that he just got it. He looks across to check, but it was close. No doubt that. There was at one stage there a little bit of doubt in his mind, I think, whether he was going to do it.
Yes, even the greatest sometimes have to deal with a near disaster there, because he almost fell, and wow, that's behind him. He can forget about it when it comes to the final.
If there is a positive to be taken, as Sue soaks up the deserved plaudits and applause, 4 men under 10 seconds.
Well, there's the final result then of that fantastic race. Bolt and de Grasse sharing the same time.